And we'll take a few moments to calm your mind and body. Soften your face, your neck, and shoulders. Do your best to fully let go. And turn your attention to the breath, the calming breath, the soothing breath. Take long, slow breaths, full and deep. Breathing in, I am calm. Breathing out, I'm at peace.
Good morning, everyone. I'm on a trail to find some scenarios. The scenarios are all around school, and some of the scenarios are examples of rudeness, some are examples of meanness, and some are examples of bullying. Now, where's the first one? Here's what rudeness means. Inadvertently saying or doing something that hurts someone else. Meanness, purposefully saying or doing something to hurt someone once or maybe twice. And finally, bullying, intentionally aggressive behaviour repeated over time that involves an imbalance of power. That's bullying. Here's the first one. There we go. Rosie tells Matthew that she can't sit with her at dinner today because she is saving the seat for a girl in another class. Is that rude, mean, or is it bullying? Have a think. Rude, mean, bullying, 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 rude. Rosie is being rude. There's no evidence of intentional meanness, repeated behaviour, or a power imbalance. Right, next location. Come with me. See if we can spot any. There's one. It says, Liam tells Damien that he can't play with a Lego because he's the worst builder in the whole school. Rude, mean, or bullying? Have a think. Rude, mean, bullying, 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 rude, mean. Liam is being mean. It appears that the words are intended to hurt Damien, but there's no evidence of repeated behaviour or a power imbalance. Okay, moving on. Found one. Here we go. There's one. Okay, so I read. Tia makes plans to go to the school disco with her new friend Gwen. Katie tells Tia that if she hangs out at the disco with Gwen, that everyone will think she's a total weirdo and no one will like her anymore. At lunch that day, Katie convinces everyone that it would be a really funny joke to all laugh out loud when Tia approached the lunch table. Is that rude, mean, or is it bullying? Have a think. Rude, mean, bullying, rude, mean, bullying, rude, mean, bullying, rude, mean, bullying, rude. Katie's acting like a bully. She's creating an unfair balance of power by getting all the girls at the lunch table to laugh at Tia. She's also using words like everyone and no one to threaten Tia about how she will be socially excluded if she doesn't not do what Katie wants her to do. That's an imbalance of power. That's bullying. Moving on. Let's see what else there is one I've missed. Or that. There's one. And this one's right in my room. There we are. There we go. Here's the next scenario. Devin and David are friends. In school, they had an argument. Devin called David a name, and David shoved him out of his way. Is that rude? Is it mean, or is it bullying? Have a think. Rude, mean, bullying, 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 rude. David and Devin are engaging in rough play or rude behaviour. This is not bullying because the boys are usually friends and the power balance is relatively equal and the boys are not intending to harm each other. There's one. Found another one. There we are. And we see that. Maggie is making fun of the fact that Jessie hangs out with the boys at playtime and wears long shorts to school every day. In PE, Maggie told her to go play on the boys' team, and the day before she teased Jessie about her name being a boy's name too. Is that rude, mean, or bullying? Have a think. No more spinning, I'm getting dizzy. Maggie's acting like a bully. She's making fun of Jessie repeatedly, with intention to cause harm. This kind of behaviour will be taken seriously in school. Ah. Yes, there's one. You see that one? Bradley told Jake he would beat him up if he touched his cars, then shoved Jake out of his way. During math class, he threw a rubber at Jake and kicked his chair out from under him. He threatened to punch Jake if Jake told the teacher. Is that rude, mean, or is it bullying? Have a think. Bradley is acting like a bully. He's engaged in repetitively cruel behaviour and is designed to hurt Jake. He's using intimidation and threats to create a power imbalance. That's bullying. I found another one underneath a chair. We see that one. Okay. Ellie and Fiona play on the same hockey team and are normally best friends, but have been in an argument for 3 days. Ellie called Fiona a mean name after practice, and Fiona sent Ellie a mean text. Is that rude, mean, or is it bullying? Have a think. Oops. Who puts things under chairs? Ellie and Fiona are being mean to each other. They're intending to hurt each other with their words and their texts. The girls are normally friends though, and at this point, this appears to be a mutual argument rather than a repetitive pattern of one-sided cruelty. So at the minute, they're being mean to each other. There's one. I'll bring the camera close so you can read it. Jessica likes to be first in the line and always rushes to the front, sometimes pushing or barging over children to get there. Is that rude, mean, or is it bullying? Have a think. No, no more spinning. No, Jessica is being mean. Her behaviour isn't directed at anyone in particular, and she just hasn't learned to share or think about other people's feelings yet. It's important that we're able to recognise behaviour, because by being able to recognise behaviour, we know how to handle it. We've learnt so far how important it is to be an upstander, to help and support each other, and we've learnt some skills on how to be an upstander as well. We all do things that we regret sometimes. sometimes through carelessness and sometimes through silliness. But it's best to admit our errors and accept the consequences. The hopeful thing is that failure doesn't have to be the last word. Christians believe that God forgives us, forgives the wrong and careless things we do when we are truly sorry. They believe that He helps us to change our ways, and we can make up for the things that we do wrong by becoming better people. After Jesus was taken prisoner, Peter, who was one of Jesus' best friends, swore that he didn't know Jesus. Later, he was ashamed of his denial of Jesus. He accepted his failure and cried to Jesus for help. He was restored and became a leader of the early church. And let's conclude our collective worship with a prayer. If you'd like this prayer to be your prayer, it's Amen at the end. You're welcome to look at the candle flame, or you can put your hands and your eyes together. Dear God, forgive us when we do not think about the consequences of our actions. Sometimes we hurt or upset other people by being thoughtless or unkind. Sometimes we may even get pleasure by hurting or upsetting others. We know that this is not how you would want us to be, and is not how we want to be treated. Help us to try to follow the example of Jesus. Amen. Well, that concludes our collective worship for today. I'm really dizzy and I'm clinging onto the floor, hoping that the world will stop spinning. Remember, work hard, be kind, and I'll see you around school. Oh, don't wave, I'm holding onto the floor, the world won't stop spinning.